Hello again, friends. Once again, it's Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk time. Now just last week I pointed out the fact that the first TMNT line usually had an answer to other trends and toy lines, particularly concurrently running ones. This week's subject does follow the same idea behind the 80s property Mask, but as this specific item didn't come out until 1992, it's debatable whether or not it's truly a Mask mockery. Regardless, let's either take to the sky or tear up the road in the Muta Bike. The Muta Bike is a part of the TMNT Mutations subline. The Mutations included TMNT figures that could morph from animal or human to mutant. The concept also spread over to vehicles that could make the switch to alternate modes. Although, since they are vehicles, it's really more of a mechanical conversion than a mutation. But I'm not the one who came up with a multi-million-dollar franchise in the late 80s, so who am I to question the subline's name? The Muta Bike has two modes, Dirt Bike and Gonzo Glider. First, let's check out the Dirt Bike form. There's little in the way of assembly required here. Really, all you do is add on a few detachable parts, like the target terminating crosshairs for aiming with the Grizzly Gatling gun, two Muta tubes, and the two turtle claws, which I guess you can sideswipe with or something. Except for a few key places, the Muta Bike, like most vehicles, is solidly and loudly colored with decal features rather than painted on details. Some are vehicular parts, others are humorous signage. Since Raphael's mug adorns the turtle head hubcaps on each side of each turtle tread tire, why don't we let him be the one to take the Muta Bike for a spin? The tires roll okay, but the plastic bit with the loading sign is a bit close to the ground and sometimes gets in the way. But at least this makes standing the dirt bike up a lot easier for display purposes. If your driver is fleeing a foot member, he or she can theoretically hinder their pursuit by using the pizza launching turtle toaster. There are two Muta pizzas stored on a peg on the side of the toaster that you can insert into either slot. I suppose it could just be mine, but the toaster's launch is pretty weak, which is kind of a shame. When the odds on the ground can't be overcome on the Muta Bike, you can go from highway to skyway by changing it from dirt bike mode to Gonzo Glider mode. First, lift up the super sewer seat until it is vertical. Spin it around and pop open the seat extension panel. Pull up on the hold-on handlebars until the extensions come out of the holes on either side of the front turtle tread tire. Now twist the entire rat wheel assembly to the left. Once the assembly snaps into place, you then rotate the wheels forward. The next part can be tricky in determining exactly where to grip, but you extend each tire outwards until it fully expands into a wild wind wing. The wings are extremely loose at first, which is why you lock them into place by sliding the locking tabs between the two centermost treads on each tire. Flip up each wind stabilizer and grab onto the orange bit coming out of the exhaust pipe. Pull it out to reveal the proton propeller. All that's left to do now is to flip the vehicle upside down and place a figure of your choosing into the super sewer seat. Simply have your passenger grip the hold-on handlebars. The Muta Bike comes with a white rubber band you can use to further hold the figure in place, but any rubber band will do. In Gonzo Glider mode, the pizza-throwing toaster is rendered useless, but as I said, it's not like it was all that helpful anyway. Once you want to get back on the road again, simply reverse all of the steps to go back to dirt bike mode. After transforming the Muta Bike back and forth a couple of times, it becomes pretty easy to memorize. So how do you like the Muta Bike? Do you prefer dirt bike or Gonzo Glider? Or is the whole thing just a cheap Mask knockoff? The only way to ensure your opinion is heard by me and other green team goers is to head over to www.radicalretro.com and speak your mind on the Pop Culture Network forums. Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk is a part of the Pop Culture Network, where rarely a day goes by without the addition of new content, covering all the shway stuff you love. If you enjoy any or all of Pop Culture Network's shows, podcasts, and articles, the number one way to show your support is to treat yourself to a trip to the Pop Culture Network store, where you'll have a pretty hard time not finding something you'll definitely want to pick up. Thanks for watching Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk, but now it's time for me to roll, or fly, or whatever. Stay rad, friends.